we go. So this is my fourth attempt at recording a video. Hopefully it's going to work. I've sorted out my screensaver time and I've sorted out hopefully the sound, because I did record down in the studio and I think it's a little bit echoey, so hopefully it will be better in here. As usual, I get there towards the end. So just come and stand. We're going to have feet together, step toes apart, bring heels in line, and just have a good old roll of those ankles in and out. As you roll the feet and the ankles in and out, have a think about your thigh bones, your femurs rolling in and out as well. And just notice how that changes the feeling up into your bum muscles, into your tummy muscles, maybe into your lower back a little too. What will tend to happen is as you really roll in, it sends you into a bit of anterior tilt. As you roll out, it sends you into a bit of posterior tilt. So what goes on around those feet has an effect further up through the legs and up into pelvis and lower back. So just keep having a little roll in and out there, and then we will settle so that we've got a little lift under the inside of each arch on each foot. Pick up all of those toes, spread them apart, see if they can all stay spread as they come back to the mat. A little soften through the knees and just have a tilt of that pelvis backwards and forwards again. That's it. Just get that lower back moving. So that nice little bit of flexion, a little bit of extension. If it's a bit creaky, bend the knees, make it a little bit easier. And then we'll just settle into a nice neutral position. So you've got your little bit of lift through the tummy. Have a widen across the collarbones. Let your head float up towards the ceiling. Really find that length through the back of the body, back of the neck. And have a couple of deep breaths there. So just letting the body relax as you breathe out. Well done. So we're going to stay vertical through the body to start with. We're going to keep our nice neutral position, and we're just going to go for a little bend through those knees and then straighten up again. So just a little bend and then straighten up. So we're just getting a little bit of flexion at those ankles, getting maybe a little bit of calf stretch. Just gently down, gently up. Well done. We're just going to go for 3, 2, 1, and then we're just going to float up onto those toes and gently back down, up onto the toes, gently back down, keeping the weight into those big toes as you come up. See how little movement forward you can have as you peel up and down. There has to be a little bit to keep the balance, but see how little you can have there, and really feel the back of those legs working into those calves, into those hammies a little bit. We're just going to go for 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now we're going to take it into a narrow squat. So again, send your seat bones backwards, hands forward, and then come gently back up again. So really hinging at those hips, thinking equal weight into each foot, pressing those heels down into the mat to send you back up again. Keep a bit of lift through the tummy. Careful you don't really arch through that back as you stick your bottom back. Keep a little bit of connection there. So it's just a feeling of hinging at the hips. Send your bum backwards. Keep the lift through the tummy. Good. So we are breathing in to come down, out to come up. We're going to hold the next one. Hold those arms out in front. If arms start to struggle, just bring hands to thighs. But if you can, hands up. We're going to lift the heels, lower the heels. Lift the heels, lower the heels. We're going to keep it going. It's going to go strong into those thighs. Keep the breath going. We're just going to go for another 3, 2, 1. Fold forwards from there. Find the stretch into the back of the legs. Just breathe into the back of those legs. Let the head hang, arms relax. A little bit of a breather. And when you're ready, you're going to soften those knees, drop the tailbone, gently unroll all the way back up to stand. And we're going to go back into our squat and hold. Back into your lift through the heels and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keep it going. Shoulders drawing away from the ears, keeping the lift through the tummy. Feel those quads working. Good. Go for 3, 2, 1. Fold forwards from there. Little bit of a breather. Relax off through that back, through the body. Quads are getting a breather. Nice stretch up through the back of those legs. When you're ready, soften the knees, drop the tailbone, gently unroll all the way up. We're going to go once more. Into your squat and hold. Lift those heels, lower the heels. Lift, lower. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Got a bit of burn going on through my calves and my quads. So we just go for 3, 2, 1. From there, fold it down. Have a deep breath or two down here, release it off. Well done, and then when you're ready, gently soften the knees, unroll it up. Good job. Right, we're going to go into a bit of a lunge, and we're going to keep it, well, it's going to be quite dynamic, so you might get a little bit warm. See how we go. We're going to get the lunge going first, and we're going to add in a curtsy. So we'll start one side, work across. So we're just going to lunge in the one direction. So you're going to step wide, land onto that leg, bend through that knee, step it back. Okay, really folding at those hips, sending your bottom back behind you. So you're really keeping that back nice and neutral. Stepping wide, landing. The one leg stays straight all of the time. Outside of that foot stays anchored to the floor. Okay, we're going to add in a little curtsy. So we're going to come to centre, find the balance, step that foot behind you and sink down. Try and stay as vertical as you can through the body. Back up into your balance and step straight back out. So once you've got the rhythm, just going straight from one to the other. Vertical as you can through that body in your curtsy, folding forwards at that hip, at the hips into the lunge. Breathing in the middle, breathing out to lunge, in the middle, out to curtsy. Just go for 3, 2, 1 last one, and come back up and have a little shake through those legs. We're going to go the other way. So just get your lunge going to start with. Breathe out, land into that leg, breathe in to come back. Outside of that foot stays anchored to the floor. Folding at those hips, getting a nice big stretch down the inner thigh on that one leg. And then we're going to take it into that curtsy. So you're going to come into your lunge, find the balance, step that foot around behind you, sink down, back up and step straight into that lunge. Vertical as you come down into that curtsy, folding at those hips as you step wide. Keep the breath going. Feel those bum muscles working. Bit of balance work as well. Keep it going. We're going to go for 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, come up, have a little shake through those legs. And we're going to just do a little bit of a hamstring stretch now. So we're going to breathe out, send one foot forward, heel goes down, send the weight backwards, all the weights into this bent leg, reach towards those toes. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out, same on the other side. Reach towards those toes. Now, try and keep your back as flat as you can as you slide those hands down. So it's just a hamstring stretch. You might only bring your hands to your knee, and that is fine. Just watch what's going on through your back there. Send those seat bones backwards. Little fold forwards to bring those hands down towards that foot. You can take it slower than this if you want to. Keep the balance. Really pulling the toes on that one foot up towards you. I'm just going to go for 2 and 2, 1 and 1, and come back up, and we will come into some roll downs. Now we're going to do a few roll downs and then we're going to walk it out into plank. So we'll start friendly options and then we'll build it up. You stick with whatever feels right for you. So nice big breath in, lengthen up towards the ceiling, breathe out and peel down. Pause at the bottom. We're going to walk the hands forward and we'll let the knees come down onto the mat. Keep walking those hands forward. Feel that you tuck your tailbone and come into a little modified plank. Hold it there for a couple of breaths. Keeping the lift through the tummy, we're not sinking. Keeping that tailbone tucked, pressing the floor away, top of the head reaching forward. When you're ready, walk those hands back, roll back over the toes. Keep the hands on the mat, hips up towards the ceiling. Pause here for a breath in. Breathe out and roll it all the way back up. So you could do that again. If you want to make it tougher, peel down. Pause for your breath in at the bottom. Don't let the knees come to the mat and just walk those hands out to plank. Top of the head reaches forward, heels reach back. Again, don't sink. Keep that lift through the tummy. Heels reaching back, top of the head reaching forward. Hold it there for a few breaths. When you're ready, walk those hands back to the feet. Pause at the bottom, breath in, breathe out and roll it up. Same again. As you walk those hands out, see if you can just go in 3 big steps to hit your plank. Hold it there. Wrists under shoulders, heels reaching back. Nice straight line through from those heels to the top of the head. Keep the back of the neck coming up towards the ceiling. Hold it. When you're ready, walk those hands back to the feet. Absolutely fine if you're still coming down to knees on the floor, just holding that half plank position, that's absolutely fine. Breathing out and rolling up. Well done. Peel it down. We're going to add a little variation this time. Hold, breathe out, walk those hands forward. Hold it there. We're going to come down onto one forearm and then down onto the other. Hold it there. If you've got your knees on the floor, you can still do this. You can come back up, hold, and then down. If you've got your knees up, if you've got your knees up, you'll have forearms down. You're going to come back up on one, back up on the other. If you can come down, but you can't come back up with your knees lifted, drop the knees as you come back up, then lift them again to come down. Going to go one more. Hold it there. Walk those hands back to the feet. Nearly lost my footing a bit there. Hold at the bottom, have a breath in, breathe out and roll it all the way back up. We're going to go same again. Check which arm you come down onto your forearm first. If you feel like you did it all the same the first time around, switch it over. You're going to go down on the first forearm at the same time, every time this set. So I hope that makes sense. If you alternated, brilliant, alternate again. If you did it all the first, one arm first, switch it over, we're going to do the other arm first. So breathe out, roll it down. Big breath in, breathe out, walk it forwards. I know I did more with my right arm coming down first in the first set, so I'm going to go left arm down first, then right arm. Left hand up first, back up again.
Good, keep it going. If you need to drop those knees to come up, that's fine. If you can stay up, see if you can stay up. Gonna go a couple more. Last one. Keep the lift through the middle. Pause there, walk those hands back to those feet. Pause at the bottom. Breathe out, unroll it all the way back up. Big breath in at the top. Breathe out, peel it down. Big breath in at the bottom. Breathe out, walk those hands forward. Hit your plank. Down onto one forearm, down onto the other. You can be with your knees down, that's absolutely fine, or with your knees up. Doesn't matter where you're starting from, if you've got your knees up to start, you're going to touch the floor, push straight again. If you're starting with your knees down, see if you can just push straight, come down again. Okay, upper body position stays the same. I need my chest to come forward a little bit. Keep the lift through the middle. Push those heels back to straighten the knees. Tailbone stays reaching for those heels. Should not give your lower back any trouble. If it does, maybe just hold the position with the knees down. Try and keep top of the head reaching forward, shoulders drawing away from the ears. We're going to go 3, 2, 1. Up onto one hand, up onto the other, hold. Walk it all the way back. Pause, have a breath in, breathe out, unroll it all the way up. Big breath in, breathe out, roll it down. One more variation. Big breath in at the bottom. Breathe out, walk it forwards. Hold. Down onto one forearm, down onto the other. If you've got your knees down, that's fine. We are going to have a little tilt to one side and then tilt to the other. Keep the lift through the tummy. You're just rolling across, so one hip comes a little towards the floor and then the other. If you can keep those legs straight, exactly the same with legs straight. What you will find is those feet try and disappear out behind you. If you need to reposition, do. Do not let that back sink at any time. Go 3 and 3, 2 and 2, 1 and 1. Hold. Bring it up. If you need to drop the knees to come up, do. Then walk those hands all the way back. Have a big breath in at the bottom. Breathe out. Unroll it all the way up. Well done if you managed any or all of that. Just have a pause, have a roll through those shoulders. A little move through your neck, let everything release off. That's a toughie. When we're ready, we're going to pause, roll it down, find the floor, walk the hands forward, but let those knees come down. Come all the way down onto the mat, and we're going to come onto one side. And I'm just going to adjust the screen so we're not just looking more at the ceiling. Okay, so come and have a little lie down on one side. I should have had my head cushions here and improvise. So we're going to come down into position for a bit of clam. Bottom arm out, cushions between ear and shoulder, shoulder, hip, heels, nice straight line. And then think about top hip reaching away, so it picks that waist up away from the mat. There is a little gap under there. And then that top hip slightly forward of the bottom one. Check your head's in line with or your neck's in line with the rest of the spine. Breathe out, open that top knee. Breathe in, release it down again. If you want to, the toes on that top foot can open as well. If you like that, if you feel like it gives you more activity, totally optional. You want to feel it in those back pocket muscles of your bottom. If you feel it in the front of your hip, just slide your feet away from you a little. So they're still in line with the hip. See if that takes it more into the back pocket. Still got that little gap between my waist and the mat, keeping that top hip reaching away. If you want to make it marginally tougher, top hand up towards the ceiling. Just check that hand's directly above the shoulder. It's not back behind you, directly above, so the shoulder can relax and the weight of the arm just drops down into that shoulder. You could keep going in level 1. If you want to, pop the feet up. Keep that top hip reaching away so you keep the gap between the waist and the mat. Keep the breath going. Breathing out to open, breathing in to close. We're not going to do masses here, just go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Let the feet come down, let the hand come down. Prop yourself up onto your bottom elbow. Now, if your shoulders are not happy with side plank stuff, just keep working with a little bit of clam. As long as you're happy with the shoulder, you're going to bring those feet back behind you a little. So now you're more open through those hips. Will mean you need to really reach your tailbone for your heels, keep the lift through the tummy so we stay neutral. This elbow is right underneath the shoulder and we are lifting out of that shoulder. Top of the head, reaching away, trying to get a relatively straight line through that spine and up through the top of the head. We are going to breathe out, squeeze those hips up, release them down. Only small to start. You're hitting a straight line, gently back down. Keep lifting out of that bottom shoulder. Feel those ribs lifting away from the floor. Breathing out to come up, in to lower down. Well done. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to make it bigger. Check you've got that elbow underneath the shoulder. Top hand starts on the top leg, lift out that bottom shoulder, breathe out, bring it all the way up through those hips, reach all the way over with that top hand, all the way back down. Same again. Imagine somebody's got a sling underneath your hips and they're pulling those hips up towards the ceiling. Well done. Keep that elbow right underneath the shoulder. Any problems with that shoulder, come away from it. Just go for 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Push yourself up to sit. Keep those legs tucked back as long as that's comfy for you. If you need to bring them out in front, bring them out in front. We're going to breathe out, come into a side bend towards those feet. So you're stretching that side that just did the work. And then come gently back again. Good. Just go for 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to centre, arms wide. You're just going to twist towards those feet. Try and keep those arms out so they're in line with the other. Don't let the one arm sneak forward. Try and turn like you're a corkscrew and then come back again. Breathe out, rotate towards those feet. Breathe in, come back to centre. What's going on with my arms is weird. It's because the TV or the laptop reverses the picture. Just go 2 more. Last one. Well done. Let those arms relax. Leg that's on top, cross that one over the other. No, we're the wrong way round. Hold on a second. Yeah, we were lying on that side, weren't we? Pause for a second. So if you sat with your feet tucked back, top leg goes out straight, bottom leg crosses over. So we want to stretch into the bum muscles that were on top when we were doing clam. So I hope you can work that out. So you've got the bottom leg straight, leg that was doing the work in clam that was on top is now crossed over. Wrap that arm around it, twist towards it, lengthen up as you breathe in, maybe twist a little bit more as you breathe out. Well done. And then when we're ready, we'll just release, unravel, and we will come over onto the other side. Completely confused now which way round I was. Yeah, but I've just stretched the wrong leg. Don't worry. we'll stretch both sets of glutes one way or another, and we'll work both sets of glutes one way or another. So come down, make sure you are now lying on the other side. Bottom arm out straight, cushions between ear and shoulder, shoulder, hip, heels, nice straight line. Knees bent. Get that top hip reaching away, top hip forward a bit, so you get that gap between the waist and the mat, and then breathe out, open that top knee, breathe in to close. You also want to just check those ribs are nice and soft, you feel like you're in a nice neutral position, a little bit of lift through the tummy, and then again we want that back pocket area of the bum to start working. If you feel it into the front of the hip, slide those feet just a little away from you again. So you've still got the feet in line with the hips, you just haven't quite got such a bend through the knee, and that should take it more into the back there. Top hip stays forward, don't let that pelvis roll as that top knee opens. Well done. If you want to, top hand up towards the ceiling. Keep working into that, and then if you want to come up into level 2, pop those feet up, keep the top hip reaching away so you keep your gap between the waist and the mat. It is still there, I promise. And again, if you want to take those toes wide, you can. If you're comfy with them together, that's fine, doesn't matter. Just want to feel that back pocket area of that bum working. Keep it going, keep the breath going. Top hip stays reaching away. I'm just going to go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let those legs come down. Prop yourself up onto your elbow on this side. As long as you're comfy there. Again, if not, stay with a bit more work into clam. Take those feet behind you, so you're open through those hips, but you get your tailbone reaching for the back of the knees, tummy lifted. We are going to lift out of this bottom shoulder. Top of the head reaches away on a straight line with the rest of the spine. When we're ready, we're going to breathe out. Just squeeze those hips up. Breathe in to come back down. Make sure that elbow is right underneath you. Only small. If you struggle with your neck, have a little look towards the floor every now and again, and then bring the gaze forward. Try and keep the top of that head reaching away. Lifting out that bottom shoulder, squeezing up, gently down. We're only hitting a straight line. I'm almost going too far. It's only small, hit a straight line, gently down. Well done. We're going to go for 3, 2, 1, and we're going to make it bigger. So again, check your position, check that elbow's right in underneath that shoulder. Lift out of that shoulder, top hand on the top leg. Breathe out, send those hips all the way up as you reach that hand over the top. Breathe in and come gently back down. So here we go. Check your head doesn't start to sneak forward of the rest of your body. Keep thinking about that neck staying in line with the rest of the spine. Well done. Do tend to slide a bit. I should have a mat, been lazy. Breathe out to reach up and over. Again, think about that sling underneath your hips. Really lifting those hips up. Coming gently back down. Just go for 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Come back, prop yourself up, keep those feet tucked back as long as that's comfy. Breathe out, take that arm that was just propping you up overhead. If you need to bring those legs out in front of you, do. Just go for 2 and 1. Come back to centre, both arms straight. You can see I find it a little bit trickier sitting this way. We're going to rotate towards those feet, back to centre, towards those feet, back to centre. Keep lengthening up as best you can. Keep those arms out so they stay in line, turning through that upper body. Just go for 3, 2, 1, back to centre. Now, whichever side of your bum you didn't stretch last time, you're going to bend that knee, cross the leg over. I know what I did. I'm so sorry if I've lost you with what you did, but whichever leg you stretched last time, cross the other one over, wrap around it, lengthen up as you breathe in, breathe out as you twist, and just pull that knee in towards you. Well done. And release back to centre. Just come and sit however you're comfy, whether that's legs crossed or legs out in front. Get yourself as comfy as you can. Just going to have a move through those shoulders, just where we did that little bit of side plank work. So take the arms wide. Honestly, this video thing is messing with my head. Breathe out, hands come together, bring the back of the hands together in front of you, round, breathe in and take them wide. I now wonder what goes on in classes all the time. I can't see my arms. Am I wonky all the time? It's stressing me out. So just to show you from the side, we're going to breathe out, back of the hands come together, round through that back, breathe in, open up, wide across those shoulders, and then bring it back together again. Big breath in, open up, breathe out, round. Just go a couple more. Last one, we're going to finish with a nice big open up, and then let those arms relax, and we're going to make our way up to stand. So maybe roll forwards over those legs if you're sat cross-legged, or just bring yourself around so you're on hands and knees. Tuck those toes under, roll back over the feet. See if we can keep the hands on the mat. Take the hips up towards the ceiling. Keep those knees as bent as you like. Really try and let the head hang down, let those arms relax. Breathe into that stretch. And then when you're ready, you're going to breathe out. Bend the knees, drop the tailbone, gently unroll all the way up to stand. We've lost my head, no great loss there. Breathe in, reach up, and then breathe out and peel down towards those feet. Big breath in at the bottom, press the feet into the mat, unroll up, big breath in and reach up at the top, and we'll just go once more. Final big breath in and reach up, and then breathe out, let those arms come down. Well done. I think we can safely say that videoing classes is not my strongest point. I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. It was a toughie. If you had any problems, let me know. You can even email me or message me when I'm out in the Caribbean, but hopefully you'll have done all right with it all. Yeah, this was number 4 video of 6, so a couple more to go. I'm not sure if you'll view them actually in the order that I record them, but we'll see. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that and take care. Bye bye.